Cats, kittens, guys, and dolls alike. It's Jason Nast. It is the Big Insider Secrets. And today we're doing a special, I'm calling it the Delirium Edition. And I'll tell you why in just another minute. So hang tight for that. While we're waiting for some people to join and check this thing out, I wanted to share with you really quickly a couple of ideas that I had over this past week. And specifically where we are today and what we can do about it for tomorrow and the next day and the next day, and why exactly I'm calling this the Delirium Edition. So all of this is going to be together. I'll be talking about funnels today in Free Funnel Friday. Actually, be taking you into a funnel already created, and we're going to learn how to tweak it and make it a little bit better here as we go. So lots to learn today. It is bing on the dot, 2 o'clock, and let's go ahead and get started. My name is Jason Nast. I am the Big Insider right here with the Big Insider Secrets. It's where we share information, where I share information about things that, generally speaking, the marketing community doesn't want you to know, kind of the inside scoop, if you will. And what we do is I spent 35 years in marketing. I've done everything along the lines of production, TV, commercials, as seen on TV, full-length feature films, things like this. And we've done huge marketing projects around it. And I've experienced literally every aspect of marketing, from print and billboard to full-running commercials to online and offline, emailing and texting. So many different ways that you can market a product. I fell in love with ClickFunnels a couple of years ago, about a year and a half ago. And it's such a great way to get your message not only out, but once you get the traffic to them, it really walks them through the process and explains things very simply. Plus, it's also a super simple tool to use. It's easy to use, which I've been demonstrating for the past few months right here on Free Funnel Fridays. So why I want to talk to you about this today is because I began this whole journey a long time ago because I wanted to do something to improve myself. So I took off and I went to I affectionately call it Ecom Island, small island out in Panama, and I spent a couple months there. And the idea was just to get there and to get lost in my own head, my own way, figure out how to start and run businesses. That's when I got turned on to ClickFunnels again. And I started a program there, One Funnel Away Challenge. Really, really beneficial. Great training. I'll talk more about that. So why do I talk about this now in this Delirium Edition? Well, because I'm a little bit curious, and I'll explain that, because right now specifically, we are in a trying or interesting time, if you will. The COVID-19 pandemic that is taking over and changing the world, literally changing the world as we speak. Like what we have experienced thus far is monumental. If you currently, and think about this, if you currently use a cell phone, that was invented, that just came out in the last 20 years. Like, how much of a major, significant impact did a cell phone have? Maybe 30 years. How big an impact has a cell phone had in every single human's life? If you have a microwave at your home, think about that. A microwave was brought to our attention in my lifetime, and going into previous generations, but not 100 years ago. The television, color television, sound. We've gone from LPs, EPs, LPs. We've gone through cassette tapes, 8-track. We've gone reel to reel. We've changed our entire lives have changed significantly over the last 100 years. And all of that is completely dwarfed by what's happening today and how it's going to change the world completely. So the question I ask people often is, what are you doing during this, quote, downtime? If you're an internet marketer like I am, there is no downtime. You're still working, you're still doing your thing. But if you're not an internet marketer and you're thinking of becoming an internet marketer, the question is, what are you doing? What are you doing now to make that a reality? Because now we've just had 6 weeks of literally staycation, stay at home. Stay-at-home orders aren't going away immediately. They might go away in the next couple of weeks. And when you look back on what you've done during this time off, And if all you've got to say for it is I caught up on literally every stupid Netflix show there was, that's bad. It's not bad. It's not my judgment to say it's bad. But what it is that you didn't learn anything new. You didn't take yourself to the next level. So as an entrepreneur and as an internet marketer, my life really didn't change much during this quote stay-at-home order. I still work on my computer every day. I still do my job every day. I get up in the morning. I do my thing. I didn't get to go to the gym, which kind of sucked, but I was able to maintain my weight. That's good. I look at what's happening in the world, and I keep telling people, what are you doing to change your life? So I asked myself the same question, and then that question evolved, if you will, into what am I doing to change other people's lives? So I started doing these volunteer runs. I started to help people in the neighborhood who truly couldn't help themselves. I offered to buy things from the grocery store. We have a little community, and we'll get down that community and say, hey, I'm running to Costco. Do you need anything? Hey, I'm running over here. Do you need anything? I'm over at Safeway. Do you need anything or whatever? I'm out there doing these things. And we did that. The neighborhood's still doing it. We do that a little bit. But I realized a big need. In my area, there's a big retirement community like 2 blocks away. A lot of those people aren't safe and comfortable leaving their homes. So I thought, what can I do to impact lives? What can I do to make it better? So I have been literally spending the last 10 days shopping for other people and literally going up and down the aisles, picking food, poultry, meats, produce, vegetables, canned goods, box goods. Like we take care of everything. And I haven't slept much as a result of it. I've been really dedicated to helping as many people as possible. And I started working with the local food store, local grocery store, and they are in dire need of assistance. So it became something that I started to do now, and I'm helping a ton of people who can't get out, people who shouldn't be walking around a store. By the way, some of the things you see is crazy. A special permission, we get to go in early, get to go in at 2:00 in the morning and start shopping for people. And I do this because I think it's the right thing to do. And what are you doing? So really, what are you doing? Like, are you helping your neighbor? In my neighborhood, there's one lady who happens to be a decent sewer. So she's been making masks for the neighborhood first responders. We have several first responders, medical and first responders living in our community. So she's been doing that for them. And of course, any masks that she has left over, she's selling to the neighbors. It's kind of a cool little entrepreneurial thing, and I'm really looking for it. Matter of fact, picture right there, gift from her, her and her husband. And so the question is, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? You should be doing something. So if you're not helping others, then help yourself. It's not a time for Netflix and chill. It is a time to get learning. It is a time to educate yourself. It is a time to become something greater than yourself. And I say that because the world is, in fact, completely changing. So what we knew yesterday is no longer true today. And when this is all over and we go back to the norm, if you will, we're going to find a different world. We're going to find a universe that when you talk to your boss about working from home and they say, no, you have to be in the office. And now the boss is going, wow, everybody's working from home. And we don't need these huge offices anymore. That's real estate we're paying for. And it's cheaper and more efficient if my people work from home. Studies have shown over and over and over again that people who work from home, yes, they do get more distracted by working from home, but generally speaking, by working from home, you actually work more productively and more hours, because it's one of those things that if you need to send an email, you jump down your computer at 10 o'clock at night and you shoot the email off. Whereas if it was at work, you wouldn't be able to do that. So businesses are going to change. They're going to look at this as an example of what can happen, instead of always in the past saying that can't happen. I think that you're going to see much more remote trainings like you're doing here. I've been spending the last 14 weeks building out an incredible site. It's thebiginsidersecrets.com that is full of training, full of online information, full of live trainings, full of prepackaged trainings on literally everything you would ever want to know online. Everything from marketing, key marketing, Google marketing, Facebook ad marketing, TikTok, Instagram. We cover the gamut on that. And basically everything that I've learned ever and more, putting into this website. Again, you can go to thebiginsidersecrets.com if you want to check it out, see what it looks like. Because I want to have a major impact on a lot of people's lives. And you can too. You seriously. So how does this have to do with Free Funnel Friday? Well, let's talk about that. So I mentioned earlier that when I was in Panama, spent a couple of months there just kind of getting into my own world and trying to figure out what I could do next. What's the next level for Jason? And I got involved with ClickFunnels. I got involved with the one-way challenge, a phenomenal training. That training was $100, by the way. My training on my site is $100 as well. I do not just train ClickFunnels. Literally train everything on that. But that's not what my purpose is today on Free Funnel Friday. We'll probably talk more about that next Tuesday. I'll give you kind of a walkthrough of the site, which will be kind of exciting because I'm literally getting ready to launch it next week. So let's talk about Free Funnel Friday. So if you will, I'm going to take a minute here and I'm going to share my screen. So you get to see what it is that I did when I was in Panama. Excellent. So there we are. This is my website that I created. I've shown this to you before. You've seen it. This website is, let's see if I do that. There we go. No, that's not it. There we go. So this website is the website I created shortly after doing One Funnel Away Challenge. Now I did modify it at one point. It did have a Christmas video in the back because I was in Panama through November. So I changed the video, but other than that, I haven't changed it. It's been the same. This big purple, as you can see, I'm in my purple shirt, my Ecom Island hat, and the purple and orange, which is my business colors. So this is a very simple website to create. I've shown this in the past. If you want to see how this website was built, just pop back in some of the previous trainings and you'll see it there. But what I'm looking at today, I'm looking and going, this was literally my first One Funnel Away Challenge website they built during the One Funnel Away Challenge. One Funnel Away, by the way, mission complete. And I thought now it's been a couple years, I should go in and take a look at it and tweak it. So as we're talking about what you could do to improve your lives, improve where you're at today, and improve your take advantage of the time you have off, whether you're making money or not, take advantage of the time you have off so that you can learn a new skill so that in the future, you don't have to be dependent on somebody else paying your paycheck. I thought maybe I should take a look at this again. So I decided to look at it, and this is what it looks like now. This is just it right here. It's a big page, purple and orange. Boom, pretty simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. This is the actual editing tool here. We're going to go ahead and edit it. And while we're editing it, I'm going to go ahead and move this aside. Let it think. Good. So here's the things that I would like to change on this is, first of all, this whole thing is, there's a lot of space in here that doesn't need to be there. We talk a lot about space. I'm just going to get rid of some of these areas that are unnecessary at this point. So like this right here, this whole section, boom, we get rid of that, So it's going to tighten it up quite a bit. Again, there's a lot of empty space in here. So we're going to go ahead and clean that up. So you just see I'm going to click on settings here, and I'm going to just change the top margin, tighten that up, get rid of the bottom margin completely, do that. I also don't like how wide this is, so we're going to go ahead and edit that really quickly. I'm going to come over here and just change that a little bit, tighten up, maybe bring it in. There we go. So that looks a little better there already. We're going to look at this in real time in a second. So we're going to come over here, change the padding and the settings on this. See top margin here, this space right here. We're going to tighten that right up. There we go. And then we're going to do that for this level here. We're going to bring that right up there and just tighten those things up a little bit. Now the bottom margin, watch this. Let's see, get down here, and then you can watch it. So, oh, maybe not. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so I tightened it up, and you can see it's really, really tight here. So we don't want that tight. So we got to give it a little bit of space. Just a little bit. There we go. See, now you got a little space under that. So I think that's much better. All right. This is my YouTube video here. You know, we can go in here and change the video. If we wanted to make it a little bit smaller, we can make it 720. Let's see here. 80. And maybe not. Let's take a look. That's all good. We might throw a little border around it, you know, around the edge here, just to give it some definition. Think that looks good. What do you think? Let's see, when I put the border in, now it's setting up against this. So we want to tighten that up, or we're going to change that. And we want to, let's see here. Oop. Put in a top border here. There we go. Make that 10, I think. Make it 20. There we go. So that's good. Now we got that space tightened up. We got a little border around it. It's really pretty. This right here has got a lot of space in it. Again, these little tweaks that we can do that will clean this up. I'm going to leave that at 10. I like that. Come in here. See what this has. See, this has really big. We need to tighten all those margins up to a 10. There we go. Make it a little bit tighter. This one here, same thing. Come in there. It's at 30. We dial this in. So consistency is really important with a website. So we're not consistent at all. Again, this is one that I just put together. I didn't have any idea what I was doing. It was the very beginning, and it converted. It actually made sales. So it was super simple to do, right? We like to do that. So the thing is, this also is too big, in my opinion. We have too many font changes. So let's change that and make that something like 40. 40 there, and then all of these fonts we're going to dial into the same size. We're going to do that. So we're going to come in here and change this one. So let's change that font to 24. And let's make all the fonts 24 and see how that looks. That's good. How about this one? Let's see. Checkbox, input, chop that to 24. Here we go. And the respect your right to privacy, that can actually get smaller. Doesn't have to be super huge. We'll drop that to 16. Maybe even go to 14 on that. Let's take a look at what 14 looks like. That's good. And then this box right here, this should be the same font as the top one, which is 40. It's at 54. So we're going to drop that down to 40. There we go. So now this font is the same size as this font. And all the font here is the same size at 24. And then this one, because it's a disclaimer, it's like a little notice thing, we'll go ahead and minimize that down. So that's it. Pretty easy to do. And we got copyright here, 2018. So I'm going to go ahead and update that. 18 2020. And we'll go ahead and save that. Now let's go take a look at what that actually looks like. Perfection. I think it's looking good. Let's just stop this. There we go. So that's looking a lot better already. It's a little bit cleaner, a little bit tighter. You also, from a we call a above the fold type of view, you've got the spacing is still a little large here. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this. I might actually modify this quite a bit, but we get rid of all that spacing if we can. This logo doesn't necessarily need to be there. Again, that's more ego stroke right there. If you're going to the Insider Secrets, you're at the Big Insider Secrets. You don't need my logo at the top, right? I mean, if maybe I'll just make it words instead of a big logo like that. You get the information. You get this. It gets cut off, which is actually good because it's a teaser. It's saying, "Hey, there's below. Keep scrolling," right? And then you're click to take advantage now. I think it's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and close out. We're going to check the pop-up box in just a second. I really don't like this whole scenario, so I'm just going to try deleting it. Yeah, I like that better. Now I have to use space because now we've actually created a space. We'll give it a 10 margin there. And we'll probably do, 10 there. Good. We'll save that. Now let's take a look at what that looks like. A lot of thinking. Okay, so that changed a lot. We don't like that at all. We definitely want to figure that out. Something is not right there. Much better. So this is a lot tighter. Now this is what I wanted to see. Refreshing. It's a very odd thing with the video. I don't like that. Let's go in and figure out what's going on with that. So here, okay. Change that. Change that to 720. Save it. Let's see what that looks like in a preview now. Whoa. There we go. Look at that. Now, as far as a professional video goes, this one's looking pretty good now. A professional page. So what we did is we took all of that clutter that we tightened up really nice and smooth. It really now. So the only thing is below the fold, of course, is the copyright notice. No big deal. So this is a very simple page, and then bam. And we're going to change this. We're going to show you what we're going to do here, because what I don't like is see how the font is so funkified right here? We don't want that. We want to clean that font up quite a bit. So we're going to go in there and look at that. So that's in the pop-up settings. So we're going to go ahead and show the pop-up. There's the pop-up. Again, these fonts. So that we should come down to probably a 20. And then this one, oh my gosh, it's huge. I'll bring that down to a 20. Might go to 24. I think we were at 24 on the other page. We'll go back in and verify that. There we go. And then this right here should be the same. So that size is 24. And we might change this to say, instead of yes, I'm ready to take action. We're able to say, there we go. I like that. All right, now we're getting there. And then down here, finally, this disclaimer. And the disclaimer, we did 14 font on the other one. We're at 16 years. We can drop that down to 14 to be consistent. I also want to change this top margin 10. Again, we're going to be consistent on our margins. Good. Let's check our margins on this. 20, drop it to 10. One more. Perfect. So we're going to just go through and check all our margins. Make sure they're all at 10. So that top margin is at 10. It might be too much. I think we have a top margin and a margin on that. So that's good. Yep, 10, 10. And then this one right here, we can check it. 10 and subtext size. Good. Perfect. Okay, so I think this is looking pretty good. Let's take a look at it. Let's save it and see what it looks like. We go to the live page. So we're going to go ahead and refresh. Time for a drink. Cheers. So what do you think, kids? I think it's pretty cool. We got a system that works. It's converted in the past. It's done well. And now it is fully functional. Let's get rid of the box there. Fully functional, but it's all above the fold. Everything is super tight in here. It's super easy to do, and you can learn. My video lasts about 2 minutes and tells you my story that I did from the island and how I got to where I am today. If you've not seen this site yet, you should go take a look at it. One of the things that we talk about in ClickFunnels is reverse funnel hacking or funnel hacking. When you go into funnel hacking, what you do is you basically go through the product. This is free. It doesn't cost anything to go check it out. I'm not asking you to. Normally, and Russell will always tell you, buy people's products. Like, go buy them, right? I agree with that. But this is free. So go check it out. You want to know where to go? I'll send you the link real quick. It's a very simple link to go to. I'm going to go ahead and push this out to the comments right now. This will go out to all the comments. Let's see. Going out to YouTube, going out to Facebook, going out to Twitch, going out to Periscope. Everybody got it now. So it should be in the comments out there. You should take a look at it. This is the website that we're working on right now. It is thebiginsidersecrets.com/OFA2. But if you use the short link, it's GR8, great, tips, TIPS, /OFA2. This is the second edition of the One Funnel Away Challenge. I did the first edition. This was back in 2018. It is now 2020, and things are modified and even better. Full disclosure, it is $100 investment. That's $100 investment that will literally change your life. Even if you decide you never want to build a funnel in your life, the training itself is personal development training. It's focus training. It drips information out to you on a daily basis. You literally learn everything you need to know. Everything you need to know to create, pardon me, but a crappy little website like I did, this one right here, a crappy little funnel, that was obnoxious, but it's fun, right? I created it and it converted. I actually got sales with it. So if you can do this and make money, then you can do some amazing things like you've experienced over the past several months doing these One Funnel Away Free Funnel Fridays. You get to learn so much and you get to take that to whatever level you want. But for $100 investment, you can spend the next 30 days and you could learn something phenomenally cool about not only how to build a successful sales funnel and a website, but also you'll learn business, you'll learn marketing, you'll learn traffic. Traffic is driving people into your sales website, your funnel. You'll learn all about those things. You'll learn all those things. Plus, if you decide it's for you and it's something you like, you can actually qualify for what we call the dream car. And the dream car is when if you start to work in ClickFunnels and you start to share the One Funnel Away Challenge, like I'm doing with you right now, as people join on board, which you could join and you would get me closer to my next dream car. I actually put a down payment on my Tesla Y. Tesla Cybertruck. That's the next one. So I put a down payment on this Tesla Cybertruck when it's ready to come out. I want ClickFunnels to pay for it. Well, you can pick whatever car you want. It could be a Ferrari. It could be a Nissan Sentra. It could be whatever flips your switch. One of my training mentors, Spencer Meekum, he chose a Toyota 4Runner. So it's whatever's your dream car, whatever flips your switch. ClickFunnels will basically pay for if you get on board and you want to present and represent ClickFunnels. So if you did nothing else but just talk to ClickFunnels and showed them what you learned in the One Funnel Away Challenge, you could literally be driving away in a brand new car and having somebody else pay for it. Awesome or awesome, right? So what you learned today is that I'm super tired. I've been going literally 17 hours a day helping shop for other people, which is kind of exciting. I get to shop for people using their money. So I love to shop. So it's kind of cool that I get to do that and use somebody else's money. So I've learned all kinds of great stuff, meeting incredibly cool people, and I'm doing that to help other people. I am a firm believer in if you have the wherewithal and you have the ability to help as many people as you can. But I also believe that you need to help yourself first. You need to come from a position of power so you can help people to be powerful. And how do you do that? By next leveling your education. And you have opportunity to do that. I have given tons of free training on One Funnel Away challenges. And I've done tons of free training on the Free Funnel Fridays. And I do tons of free value add training Tuesdays at 2 p.m. So like, this is what I do to give back to the community. I teach you how to make money without spending any money. Well, today I'm going to ask you to spend $100. I'm going to have you check out this One Funnel Away challenge. And you can go check it out, take a look at it. Please use my link. I get credit for it when you do. And I'd sure like ClickFunnels to pay for my Tesla Cybertruck. It'd be awesome. And that's what we do in this community. That's what we do for each other. I help you. Hopefully I'm giving you value. Hopefully you're seeing some value out of the things that I'm talking about. And you can reciprocate that value by just using the link that I provide. And I'm always there for you. You see me say over and over and over again, and I don't hide it. Text me for personal direct access to me. So if you want to talk to me, not a robot, not a chat bot or anything like that, you want to talk to me, you add your text link right there. You'll get my information. You'll be able to say, hey, Jason, what's going on? I got a problem here. I need this help. I need that help. So I'm offering personalized coaching services, not charging you for it. I do it because I do it from love. I do it from the heart because I want to provide you value, because I know the more people that I help take themselves to the next level, the more that you can help people. So God bless. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. Get some rest when you can. Help as many people as you can. And if you can't help anybody right now, then take the time to help yourself. You are now a big insider, and I appreciate your time, effort, and energy. And thank you for joining me today on the Big Insider Secrets. We'll look forward to seeing you on Tuesday next week, Tuesday, 2 p.m. Pacific, same bat channel, same bat time. I'd like to see you there because on Tuesday, I will be teaching another technique on how you can start generating an income online almost immediately with zero money out of pocket or next to zero out of pocket. Sometimes there's little odds and end costs like some craft stuff like glue and sticks and stuff. But basically a way for you to bond with your children and create an income, become a little bit of an entrepreneur, maybe create a little side hustle. And who knows, if you fall in love with the idea, that side hustle could literally take you to a whole new level in your career and your life and your lifestyle. So in the meantime, check out my stuff, subscribe, like, share, comment, tell your friends and neighbors about it, because I really want to provide as much value to people that I can. And if you haven't already, please jump over to my YouTube channel and subscribe and notify. And I would love you for it even more. I'm going to go take a nap. You have a beautiful day. Now you are a big insider.